Welcome back. Everybody loves money, of course, right? But do you know the history behind the green stuff in your wallet or the coins that may be just jiggling around in your pocket? Well, if you don't worry, because we always have you covered here. Two experts to my left with us today. Say hello to Pat and Phil Vitale. They are from the Albuquerque Coin Club and here to share some background on a fractional currency and how it was used during America's Civil War. Always fascinating to have you on the show, but even more fascinating today to have your wife, Pat, with us. Pat, good morning.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you. Nice to be here.
Same here, yeah. And Phil, good morning to you as well. And because, you know, it's always exciting what you bring with us. So let's dive in. What do we have? Fractional currency. What are we looking at?
Well, fractional, just what it means. It's a part of something. These were all part of a dollar.
Oh, wow.
And they were issued from 1862 to 1876, so just about 13 and a half years. They developed during the Civil War because people were hoarding silver, gold, and copper coins. So if people wanted to go to the post office and buy postage, they couldn't do it. So these became postage currency. They were also called shin plasters, and that's a term that developed during the Revolutionary War. The soldiers used to stuff any kind of paper that they had down the front of their boots to protect their shins from getting chafed from the large size boots that they had on. So these were worthless money pretty much because they only went up to 50 cents. And so they became called shin plasters during the Civil War.
And I got to ask, I mean, why so small?
Because they took the place of coinage. You can see the large bill behind there, so you can see the difference in the size, but they just decided to make them small. I didn't even know that these things existed 2 months ago.
Really?
And we were up in Colorado Springs for a show, and I saw them, and I just became fascinated because they are really works of art.
Yeah, absolutely. And
They're beautiful. I mean, you see the big bills,
off.
and they put lots of detail into those, but these little bills also have a lot of detail. So the first issue, was no great thing, but immediately they started being counterfeited. So they came out with a second issue, and those were all the same on the front. They all had George Washington on them, but they put a bronze halo around him. And when you photographed those, it became black. So it didn't. It made it more difficult to counterfeit. But they finally got around that too, so they came out with a third issue, which they introduced a 3-cent piece, and also they put a signature on it.
I'll be darned. And I would lose that in a heartbeat. The one that I wouldn't lose is the big dollar bill here. Phil, what are we looking at for the dollar bill?
The dollar bill, that's a relatively cheap one, $300 to $400.
Oh, yeah, mere 300 to 400.
That's right.
That is incredible. And every time you bring currency on, there's a different look to it, and there's a different pattern, and of course, different time eras and whatnot. But when did that one come out?
That actually is much later. That's a 1917.
Okay, so not too much, not too long ago.
But we brought that just for the size to see the difference between the things. But that was the size of the regular currency during the Civil War.
Wow. Yeah, so
they had the little ones, and people just used to shove them in their pockets, and they were called shin plasters because of that.
Yeah.
Well, the big deal is getting them in pristine condition like this. These are really pristine. Is hard to come by because people would just shove them in their pockets, and they get ratty and whatever.
And I kind of hate to say it. I mean, unfortunately for some folks now, they don't take care of coins, so they just kind of discard them and throw them aside. They're stuck in the in between the car seats and whatnot. I mean, it's almost like the same concept. It's like they disregard it. It's like small change.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow. Value on those. What are we looking at?
Oh, anywhere from $50 up to $500, depending on the condition and how rare they were. Out of the 13 and a half years that they were issued, the 5 different issues, there's 147 different varieties.
Really?
Yeah. From different things that they did, the fronts to the backs. Some of them have red seals, others have signatures on them, which is in the 3rd issue. The 4th and the 5th issue, they started putting silk fibers into the paper to try and make it more difficult. The 4th issue also, they watermarked them. And the 5th one, they were adding silk fibers to that, plus a little bit of color into the paper.
Was it even worth counterfeiting those?
They did it. It must have been worth something because they did it. And that's why they had so many different varieties of them.
10 cents in 1862 was worth a lot more than 10 cents
You were
today.
a rich man then.
Yeah, and they
We
went
had a dime.
from 5 cents to 50 cents.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
So Phil, as we always talk about, you know, there are great shows and great exchanges where we can kind of look at these. Any big ones coming up?
So the next really, really big show is in August in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
But there are a number of smaller shows coming up in Colorado Springs and in Texas and in, in the area. These things, not every dealer would handle these type of things. These are sort of exotic.
Yeah, there you go. Website where we can find more information.
abqcc.org.
Which is about to change within the next couple of weeks to albuquerquecoinclub.org.
All right. And we are definitely going to stay on top of that. Thank you both for joining us. It's very special to have you both here.
Well, thank you for
Thank you.
for